What is cracking? You are tuning in to Loc Life Sports Radio. I am your host with the most, Sean Don. Uh, I'm just getting going, y'all. Just give me 2 seconds, man. We had a crazy day, crazy week in sports, and I'm here to deliver, man. I am here to deliver. I want to start the show off. I'm gonna give everybody a minute to tune in. Man, we took a loss today in the hip hop community. We took another loss. Young Dolph. I'm gonna play a little Dolph for y'all, man. If y'all ain't hip, Dolph was an independent rapper from Memphis, Tennessee. He did his thing, man, and unfortunately, he got himself tied up into some things out there, and he got himself jammed up, man. But check Dolph out. This is one of my favorite Dolph records. Vibe with me while I get set up. I need everybody to. Let's see here. Okay, this ain't playing. Let's turn the volume up. The volume is turned up, but it ain't coming on. It's all good. I got you right here. Let's get it. Hold on, y'all. Here we go. We got a good show for y'all this evening. I'm gonna put together a good one, but I gotta do this first. We gotta show my man some love, man. He left us today.
Want to save over
He was a good
$300
MC.
a month on your mortgage? Comparing rates at bankrate.com can help you.
We're gonna show Dawg some love, baby. Rest in peace. We lost one. Another one to the hip hop community. Another successful black man lost his life in his community. That's not good, man. But we're here to celebrate. We're not here to point the finger because we don't really know what's going on. But this is how I'm gonna get in the mood for the night. Hey, it got me dripping wet. Rest in peace to this brother. He had 2 children, a wife, independent. Hey. Alright, y'all, we out of there, man. I can't do much of that, but we're gonna get the show rolling, man. Like I said, once again, thank you for tuning in. Loc Life Sports Radio. I am your host with the most. My name is Sean Don, and I am here to update you to what's going on in the sports community, the latest news, and I'm here to keep you updated with what's going on. At the end of the show, I love people to call in and give me their POV on how they feel about today's topics, and just kick it with me. You know what I'm saying? This is my second show. I'm happy to be here, and we're gonna get this thing going, man. Like I said, I put a wonderful show together for us, and we're gonna get it in. The first topic that we're going to get into is we on Scottie Pippen, man. Scottie Pippen wrote a book called Unguarded, and we're going to talk about that. I don't know if you know, but the Brooklyn Nets got smoked last night. Man, they got beat down pretty bad, man. We're going to get into that. KD, we're going to have a sound bite from KD in the press conference. KD don't look happy, but we're going to, we're going to shed light on that. And then and we on go, man. Let me see here. I'm trying to set my live up on Facebook, but it's all good. So this is where we start, right? Scottie Pippen. I don't know if you guys know much about Scottie Pippen, outside of him just being Michael Jordan's right hand man, Scottie Pippen won 6 NBA titles with Michael Jordan. Um, Scottie Pippen is from Hamburg, Arkansas. He learned to play basketball on the dirt, in the dirt. So I can only imagine it was probably like farmland and just during those years, what it looked like. Scottie Pippen was the youngest of 12 children. His older brother was paralyzed by a bully, and shortly after that incident, his father suffered a stroke, leaving him disabled. So Scottie Pippen was one of those guys where he had to take responsibility at a really young age. This is crazy though. Check this out. Scottie Pippen was kicked off the high school basketball team. All right, and he didn't get a scholarship. He walked on at the University of Central Arkansas. So he walked on. That means that he didn't get a scholarship. He just went to college and went and played in the gym. They seen him and they wanted him, right? And he ended up playing for them. It was on a work study program and attendant for the basketball team. So dig this, right? He was a 5th overall pick to the Chicago Bulls in 1987, right? He played 17 seasons, and he is one of the 50 greatest players of the NBA, and he retired in 2004. He was a high achiever. The Bulls retired his jersey in 2005. Scottie Pippen is the only player in the NBA to have won the NBA title and Olympic gold medal in the same year twice, having done in both 92 and 1996. So what I'm doing is I'm just giving you insight on who Scottie Pippen was. You know what I'm saying? Before I go into the why and what's so important about this book that he wrote. So this is what happened, right? They did the documentary The Last Dance, right? And Scottie Pippen feels like the show was based on him. It wasn't based on a team. Scottie Pippen feel like, man, we had a team, bro. You wasn't the only one that did it by yourself. You know what I'm saying? And he felt like The Last Dance basically just talked about Michael Jordan. It just highlighted Michael Jordan's journey during The Last Dance. But it's crazy because Scottie Pippen is one of the people to talk about it. I want to give you some insight on The Last Dance. The Last Dance just came out, but it was recorded in 1998, right? There were a few people that was able to follow. They got permission from the organizations to be able to follow Mike and had a camera on him, right? So they had that footage. Scottie Pippen got a problem with it, you know what I'm saying? But just like all relationships like that, there's a problem, you know what I'm saying? Or something happens, you know. What we didn't know is he was saying that when Jordan's father passed away, he didn't give his condolences. He didn't give his condolences to Michael Jordan. That was his right hand man, and Mike felt some type of way about that. They had personal issues, man. You know. So Scottie Pippen basically saying, we had a whole team. It wasn't just you. It was me. It was Ron Harper. It was B.J. Armstrong. It was John Paxson. It was Tony Kukoc. It was Luke Longley. It was Randy Brown. Help me out. Who else was on that team? But at the same time, you know, the media is slamming Scottie Pippen right now because they basically saying, hey, bro, you using this to sell your book. You came out with a book and you using Michael to sell your book, which is not fair. You know, you wait 20 years later to come out to speak your piece about how you feel about Michael Jordan in The Last Dance. You know, a lot of the analysts were saying that, yeah, Michael Jordan needed you, but you needed Michael Jordan too. You won 6 NBA titles. If you remember, listen, bro, he played 17 seasons. He's one of 50 greatest players of the NBA, bro. And when he retired, a year after he retired, the Chicago Bulls put his jersey in the Raptors, bro. So remember, Scottie Pippen didn't retire until 2004. So check this out. Scottie Pippen made more money on the court than Michael Jordan because he played longer. You know, man, you won gold medals, bro. But check this out. Before we start fronting on Michael, right? Before we start fronting on Michael came in 84. All right? When Michael came in, Michael averaged 28 points a game. And he was at 6 rebounds and 5 assists in 82 games, bro. In his rookie season. I got a point. He was selected to play in his first All-Star game, and he won Rookie of the Year when he first came in. That's in 84, 85, bro. Scottie Pippen didn't come in until 87. So really, is it safe to say Mike didn't need Scottie? For real? Because Mike had already flourished. He was already bigger. He was on the grind, right? Could Scottie Pippen be using this to sell a book? We all know that people have antics and they do things, man, when they coming out with a movie or it's something that's going on with them, man. They, you know, something, they'll use something in their personal life to get more sales. Do I agree? No. But I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Because I ain't in that light. But this Scottie Pippen issue has been major. And I encourage people to get his book, man. Scottie Pippen put up numbers, man. Let me see. Hold on. I want to see something real quick. Let's look it up real quick. Yeah, he sucked when he was on his way out. But he has still got a check, though. So dig this. When Scottie Pippen came in, he was only at 7 points a game. So he really wasn't saying nothing. For real. So he talking crazy. In his first year, he only produced 7.9 points a game. How much did I say Michael averaged in his rookie year? What we talking about? Hold on, man. So, if that's 84, 85, and 86, 87, wait a minute, y'all. Give me a second. In 86, 87, Mike led the league. Mike was still the scoring leader, and he was all NBA first team in 86, 87. In 86, 87, when Scottie Pippen came in, he only averaged 7.9 a game. He got better the second season. He averaged 14. He went on to average 16. He went on to average 17 points a game. By the time the Chicago Bulls won their first NBA title, Scottie Pippen was at 17 points a game. But Michael Jordan was already the NBA's top scoring leader. So really, we didn't need you. So the bottom line is why are you using your book, and why are you using Michael Jordan to benefit? You don't use people. They got a bad relationship. It's crazy, man. You would think that Michael Jordan and Scottie Pippen would have a pretty decent relationship, considering they won 6 NBA titles together. And no, we don't see Scottie and Mike together. They're not playing golf together. We don't never see them together, and it's a thing. It's unfortunate, but they will figure it out. If Kanye and Drake can get together after all that crazy stuff that Drake talked about the other day, then they'll figure it out. So listen, man, you are watching Loc Life Sports Radio live, streaming on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and Twitter, and all top social media platforms. Like, follow, share, comment, subscribe. Thank you for watching WJZZ. Cool TV, the coolest station in the world. Man, thank you for tuning in. This is our second station. Our second show, and I wanted to play some music, man, because I was on this Michael Jordan. Man, I want you to call me and tell me how you feel. Oh, I got a caller. Come on in, man. What's happening? Hello? Yo. Yo, can't hear you. Can you hear me? Do me a favor, hang up and call right back. If you can hear me, hang up and call right back. All right, bet. You gonna call back? Well, until you call back, here we go. A little history for y'all boys. This is how I wanted to start the show. Not with a State Farm commercial. State Farm is not paying us.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and a happy Father's Day to Dan the world. The Chicago Bulls welcome the world's greatest fans to the United Center. Tonight's Game 6 of the NBA Finals is between the Seattle.
This is how they used to introduce the Chicago Bulls, man, back in 96, 94, 95, 96, right? Oh, wait a minute, but this is
Starting lineups. First for the visiting Seattle Supersonics. At one forward from
man, they used to turn the lights off. Here we go. Let me tell you something, man. When we heard this, we was watching the Bulls, man. Man, this was like a whole thing, bro. I'm talking about the Bulls in the 90s, man. We had we had Jackson, Jordan, who big you say? Anyone, Tyson, Jordan, Jackson, Mike Tyson, Michael Jordan. They ran the 90s. Did I just hear Scottie Pippen get introduced first in 96? Bro. Listen, man. That Chicago Bulls 90s way of life, man, that was a culture. Man, that was almost like Hawkamania, right? It was a culture, man. It was a whole experience, man, and it's really unfortunate, man, to see Scottie Pippen use Michael Jordan in that light. There should be some positive things that he can, some really positive things that he can say. I've heard the analyst saying earlier about Isaiah. Man, listen to this, y'all. Isaiah Thomas had spoke with the analyst earlier today, and they talked about what Scottie Pippen said about him. Scottie Pippen said that he wouldn't, if Isaiah Thomas was on fire, he wouldn't piss to put it out. Man, this is the effect that these Detroit Pistons had on these boys, right? Excuse me. We're really not going to go into detail about Isaiah Thomas and the Dream Team. That's a conversation for another day, right? With Jordan and Magic and how everybody felt about Isaiah, because Isaiah was the leader of our team, right? So, but for you to say if this brother was on fire, you wouldn't even urinate on the fire to put him out, to put it out. Man, that is some cold stuff to say, man, about the game, man. You know what I'm saying? It's the game, but man, it seemed like there's no humanity when it comes to the game. But back then, you wasn't human. Man, the way Charles Barkley and Charles Oakley did you on the basketball court, listen, man. When Magic Johnson elbowed Isaiah Thomas in the face, look it up. He elbowed him in the face. They were best friends. Isaiah came to the basket. Magic laid it on him. At that time, there was no such thing as flagrant fouls. You get kicked out of the game. If you draw blood, that means you get up, you wipe it off, and you keep playing, right? I guess depending on how hard the foul is, then they'll go from there, right? But Magic Johnson elbowed Isaiah in the face. Look it up. He elbowed him in the face, man. Isaiah got up bloody. So that's what they did back then, man. It's really unfortunate, man, that Scottie Pippen is going that route. But I will get the book. Excuse me. I will get the book. Like I said, guys, Scottie Pippen has, before I move on to my next subject, Scottie Pippen and his book, Unguarded. Go pick that up. You can reserve it or you can buy it. I don't know if it's out yet, but check it out. Our next topic of discussion. Should KD request a trade? Man, what's happening? In case you don't know, last night the Brooklyn Nets hosted the Golden State Warriors, and man, it was terrible. It was an absolute blowout. Steph Curry got busy. Listen, man. Pull my steps up. Steph Curry lit it up. Listen, the Golden State Warriors, man. I mean, the Brooklyn Nets, man. They have been suffering double-digit loss, man. They done lost to Chicago. They done lost to the Warriors. They done lost to the Hornets. And they lost on the opening night against Milwaukee. I'm starting to have different feelings about Kyrie Irving, man. Listen, man. I just, this is my job, right? And I'm entitled to change feelings if I want to change feelings. I'm not saying I'm changing feelings. But KD looks terrible, man. They losing right now. Did you know that last night the fans in Brooklyn were screaming MVP to Steph? Come on, man. In Brooklyn. KD left this team. Hold on, man. KD on lost to. I want to get a sound bite. I want you guys to hear. What he says.
For you now.
I muted it, man, so I could be able to get to where I want to go without it cutting my time down. But yes, man, I don't really know what's going on with them, man. They took an L last night. Man, Steph Curry showed up and showed out. Steph Curry ended with 37 points last night, shimmying and doing all the things that he do when he started cooking. And listen, man, they are number one in the West. So we need to be careful. Man, Brian don't look good. We don't really know what's going on with them. But you should have seen Kevin Durant last night in the press conference when he was talking about when he was talking about Stephen Curry, as if he didn't just leave this team that he was winning championships with, man. Listen, man. Okay, now the league is vaccinated. Okay, the league is vaccinated, and yes, Kyrie Irving has a choice. We all have a choice, right? But what you gonna do, bro? Because your mans look bad right now. And James Harden isn't James Harden. He's working out. James Harden said that we got the rest of the season, but I don't really know what that means. Man, they are losing, and Kyrie's at the crib, and the Golden State Warriors then took flight. We don't know what's going on. I'm trying to pull that sound bite. I just want you to hear the disappointment in Kevin Durant. Oh, here we go. Here we go.
Right now, and just as you just what you're seeing out of Steph right now, and just the fact that you guys both missed pretty much a whole season and are back at this level. Just what was it like? Just that time
depressing.
How to help you master the game.
I mean, he's a master at what he does. I've been saying that since he came into the league.
You hear that deep breath?
He's a crafty player that can pretty much do anything off the ball. That can cut to the rim, shoot floaters, shoot threes, and then he can handle the basketball too and get down to a spot. So, I mean, I've been there. He put in a ton of work. He cares about the game. He loves his team.
This boy sound like he about to cry.
So that's what you get. Every night is a player like that playing at All-Star, MVP, Hall of Fame level. You gotta respect it.
Yeah, you gotta respect it. Respect it or check it, homeboy. Man, if he's a master at his craft and you giving him all them ups, man, what you leave for? What happened? Man, please don't tell me that Draymond Green applied that much pressure to you, bro. What we talking about? Come on, man. Y'all remember when Draymond Green grabbed the rebound? I wish I could show it while I'm talking about it. When Draymond Green grabbed the rebound and went coast for coast and fell on the floor and lost the ball. Remember? They went to the bench. But KD was right there. KD's a ball handler. Draymond Green did what he do. He grabbed the rebound. He went coast for coast. KD stood right there. He was looking for the ball. He didn't get the ball. Draymond Green speeds down the floor, forces a bad shot, turns the ball over. I don't know whether they lost the game or not. I forget. But I know that when they went to the bench, Draymond Green cut the rug. He cussed the boy out on the bench. I think he was telling him like man, he was just disrespecting the boy, man. And you lost the ball. You the one grabbed the rebound and went coast for coast. I'm the shooter. I'm the ball handler. If Steph not here, if Clay not here, and you get the rebound, you get credit for the rebound and you give me the ball and let me set the offense. But we let you do what you do and you fail. So Draymond Green didn't accept responsibility, right? Even still, when I hear Draymond Green talk about it, he still doesn't accept the responsibility. He always kind of like, he does the whole we're passionate thing. We're athletes and we're passionate and that's what we do. But he never says, man, I jacked up. And you know what? You ran dog up out of Oakland. Accept responsibility. Hey. You are watching Loc Life Sports Radio. Live streaming on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and Twitter. And all top social media platforms. Like, follow, share, comment, and subscribe. Thank you for watching WJZZ Cool TV, the coolest station in the world. Listen, man, I really want to hear from somebody, man. I want to get somebody's POV on this. Give me a call. 313-355-6018. Just give me a call, man. If you got something you want to say about Scottie Pippen, if you got something you want to say about KD and Brooklyn and Steph, I mean, come on, man. KD up and left, and he left everybody wondering why, man. You know, so I said in my last show that he coerced James Harden and Kyrie Irving to come together, right? Of course, COVID done did what it's done, and we're not able to control, you know what I'm saying, the effects of what happened with COVID, you know. But hey, man, the whole NBA is vaccinated, and you know everybody has a choice. It's crazy though, because some teams didn't mandate their players to be vaccinated though. This is like a New York thing, right? It's like a New York thing, you know what I'm saying? I think New York mandated everybody that does anything that has anything to do with contact to be vaccinated, man, before they perform, man, or play any sports for that matter. Listen, Klay Thompson is coming back. Klay Thompson has been cleared already. Gary Payton Jr., Andrew Wiggins, Stephen Curry, now they about to get Klay back. So we don't even really know what's going on. They are already number one in the West. I don't know what the Lakers are doing. Hell, no one knows what the Lakers are doing. We are going to move on from the NBA. The Washington Wizards, number one in the Eastern Conference. Check that out. I'm really concerned. Yeah, man. The Warriors, number one in the West. The Phoenix Suns, number two. And the Dallas Mavericks is at number 3. Listen, the Lakers falls all the way to that 7th spot. Brian got to come back. We don't know what's happening with them boys, man. They are 8-7. You know, the league's eye is on the Lakers. But I heard Kendrick Perkins say earlier, hey, man, his system is shutting down, man. That motor is shutting down. The injuries is lasting a lot longer. And AD got ejected the other day. Man, it's a lot of weird stuff going on in LA. I would love to go to a game though, but it's a lot of weird stuff going on in LA. It's kind of funny because things is not working out the way we expect them to, you know. Like I said, man, you got a lot of young guys that's coming out, man, and man playing really, really great aggressive basketball, man. And the NBA is changing. So what we give 2-3 seasons? The Carmelos, the LeBrons, them guys gonna get out of here, man. They on their last leg right now. So you take a look at the East. You got the Wizards. You got the Bulls. The Bulls is 10-4. Watch out for the Bulls. They are doing big things. The Nets do hold that 3 spot at 10-5. But like I said, man, you really don't know. Listen, Stephen A said, request a trade. What y'all gonna do? Man, what we gonna do? If Kevin Durant all of a sudden requests a trade, where you gonna go? Where you gonna go now, man? You wanna go back home? You can come home if you wanna go home, man. Because the way he was just talking on that soundbite, it sounded like he missing Steph. Bro, why would you leave a point guard so great? Man, they got Stephen Curry out there shimmying, man, in Brooklyn. He out there, man, knocking down long range boys, man, and hitting them with the shimmy, man. The fans is screaming MVP to Steph. How embarrassing is that, right? You made a decision to leave, though. So, hey, you know, we're going to see how that work out. My beloved Pistons, man, they got that 14th spot. I couldn't even get that out, man. It's so terrible, man. When I look down and seen 14th, I couldn't even get it out, man. That's how bad it is. A few more things to talk about, man. 9:36, we'll be getting out of here soon. Listen, man, give me a call. Surprise me, man. Give me a call, man. Just comment. Just give me something, man. Telephone number is 355-6018. That's a 313. Call Loc Life Sports Radio. Touch in, tap in. Just throw me some love. You know what I'm saying? Just give me something. If not, it's all good. We're gonna keep it moving. Hey, man, keep in mind, man, how cold MJ was, because MJ didn't even need Scotty. I just want to throw that out there. Or did he? I want you to tell me. Is it true? Did MJ really need Scotty? Because there were a lot of great ball players that came out at that time. Hold on. Wait a minute. Let's look. NBA 1987 draft. But it's cold that Scottie Pippen didn't even get drafted. I mean, he didn't even have a scholarship. He walked on this college team, man, and balled out. So check this out. Man, listen, bro. It gets deep. Did Michael Jordan really need Scottie Pippen? In the 1987 NBA draft, you had David Robinson, Armin Gilliam, Dennis Hobson, Reggie Williams, Scottie Pippen, Kenny Smith, Kevin Johnson, KJ. Can you imagine Michael Jordan with a young KJ in 87? KJ with the hops? Oh my God, y'all. It gets deeper. Check it out. Kenny's, well, I already said Kenny. Olden Polynice, Darren McKee, Horace Grant. Horace Grant played with Mike. We got Reggie Miller, Muggsy Bogues. You know, Reggie Miller and Michael Jordan went back and forth. They went back and forth. So Reggie came in 87. So man, we're talking about the league, man, in the 80s. It was different. Look at the competition that came in the late 80s, going into the 90s, right? Who else came out? Mark Jackson, Reggie Lewis. You had some guys that came out. It was a large class. A lot of these guys, man, I'm just trying to identify superstars, names that we're familiar with. But listen, man, Muggsy Bogues, Reggie Miller, Kevin Johnson, Kenny Smith, Reggie Williams, Dennis Hobson, David Robinson. David Robinson won championships with Tim Duncan, the original Twin Towers, right? So can you imagine a young David Robinson and a Michael Jordan? The Chicago Bulls drafted Scottie Pippen. Scottie Pippen averaged 7.9 points a game when he came in. Sorry, I'm getting quiet. I want to see something. This is gonna seal the deal, y'all. This is gonna seal the deal. Check this out. In 1989-90 season, he was unanimously named NBA Rookie of the Year. We talking about David Robinson, y'all. But what I'm really looking for is I'm looking for David Robinson's rookie stats, and it's coming up. It's right here. I got it right here. David Robinson came in. Wait, it say 80, 89, and 90. It has his 89 and 90 stats. Okay, cool. We'll go with it. I'll have to do more research, but for the sake of going with it, we'll go with it. David Robinson average. Come on now. No statistics is unavailable. We know David Robinson won championships, and we know if David Robinson and Michael Jordan would have been on the same team, and young Michael Jordan would have played that 2 spot, and David Robinson would have played that 4 or 5 spot, it would have been treacherous for them boys. It would have been hard for them boys. David Robinson with the San Antonio, and he built his career in San Antonio. He won NBA championships. Reggie Miller has always been a thorn in Michael Jordan's side. Remember the famous push-off. When Reggie Miller pushed Jordan off the inbounds, a faithful Indiana Pacer stayed with the Pacers for 18 years. I know that off the bat. So what that means is back then, players stayed with their teams, win, lose, or draw. And we're watching Kevin Durant bounce around, and now he's not happy, and now he has to deal with not being happy. Now you got to man up. Because these guys played a different ball game. They stayed with their teams, win, lose, or draw, right? How many teams are you going to bounce around, bro? You was winning rings with the Golden State Warriors. You left. Kyrie Irving went and did his own thing, and now you can't win games. But they number 3 on the East. So I ain't going to trip. But I know last night, boy, look, let me get these stats going, boy. I'm sorry to be screaming, y'all, but that right there, boy, let me tell you. They beat him last night, man. Score was 117-99. In the third quarter, the Warriors outscored the Nets 35-18. Like I said, that was treacherous. We're going to move on, though, man. Like I said, I only got a few minutes left. Give me a call. We had a caller. I don't know what happened. But, hey, if you're still listening, man, give me a call, man. I'd love to have you. Listen, the Philadelphia 76ers is 0-4 since Joel Embiid caught COVID. And still no word on Ben Simmons. Now I hear mental issues. Now I hear when they talk about Ben Simmons, they're talking about he wanted to sit out for mental issues. So I don't really know what that means, but I will keep you posted on that next week as the saga in Philly continues. Joel Embiid is getting tired. We don't know how much longer he will stay in Philadelphia. We will talk salary and we will talk contract with Joel Embiid when we come back next week. Hey, the Lions, listen to this, bro. It was a draw. Last week against the Steelers, they still haven't won a game yet. And we're going into week 11, and we ended last game with a draw. We still just couldn't get it done, man. We couldn't even score a field goal, right? After a couple bad turnovers from the Steelers, we still couldn't even afford to get a field goal. I don't even know if it's time to get rid of Goff. Is it time? It's overtime. Been time. Go get Kaepernick. They should have got Cam Newton. Did you know that the Carolina Panthers just re-signed Cam Newton? So Cam Newton was sitting at home. They could have called Cam Newton and told him to come put a Lions jersey on. And we like rebels in Detroit. We would have really enjoyed Cam Newton, man. I don't know what to say about the Lions. Nothing more, but we got the Browns up next, and good luck. I really don't have nothing more to say about the Lions, but until we get a win, because I'm not even interested, man. I don't even know if you're interested. The Lions ain't talking about nothing. And what we have before we close out for the night, before I close out for the night, Imani Bates. Imani Bates. I don't know if you guys are hip, but Imani Bates is doing his thing. He's out of Ypsilanti. He's one of our own. He is an American college basketball player for the Memphis Tigers. In the American Athletic Conference, he is a small forward. He stands at 6'9" and weighs a soggy wet one. Nah, he's at 190, y'all. He was a consensus five-star recruit and one of the top players in the 2021 class. Listen, man, this guy is 17 years old, and guess who he plays for? He plays for Penny Hardaway. So Penny Hardaway has a bunch of not a bunch, but he has a few rookies, a few freshmen, and Imani Bates is one of them. Imani Bates is already averaging 16, 3, and 2 in college, and he is a freshman. They said Imani Bates was going to be good, but he's doing more than just being good. This guy got go. So, man, check out for Imani Bates, man. He is balling. Like I said, he's averaging 16 points a game right now, and he is a freshman. He graced the cover of Sports Illustrated at the age of 15 years old. So, you know, they've been watching him for some time, and he was actually considered to be the best basketball prospect since Kevin Durant. So, man, keep your eyes on Imani Bates, man. Imani Bates is doing big things. I like the fact that he played for Penny Hardaway. I'm actually glad that Penny Hardaway took a college position, man. You know, I would love to see him flourish in the NCAA. You know, if you don't know anything about Penny Hardaway, he played with Shaq. He did movies. What was the name of that movie? Blue Chips. I remember. Penny Hardaway hooked up with Shaq. That's how I think that's how Shaq and Penny hooked up. Somehow, some way. And they played with the Orlando Magic in the 90s, man. They had a chance to win. They played with Dennis Scott. It was Dennis Scott and who else was on that team, y'all? Let's look it up real quick before we get out of here. Let's see who they had on that roster, y'all. They had a squad too, man. This is their 94-95 team. They had Nick Anderson. That's who I wanted to say. Nick Anderson, Daryl Armstrong. Daryl Armstrong was a short point guard, man. He was really, really fast, man. He was good. Anthony Avant, Anthony Bowie, Horace Grant, Jared Hammett, Anthony Hardaway, Penny, Shaquille O'Neal, Trey Rollins, Donald Royal, Dennis Scott, 3D, Brooks Thompson, Jeff Turner. They actually had a chance to win the NBA title one year. We'll talk about it next week, man. Listen, you are watching Loc Life Sports Radio live, streaming on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and Twitter, and other top social media platforms. Like, follow, share, comment, and subscribe. Thank you for watching WJZZ Cool TV, the coolest station in the world. And you are rocking with the coolest guy in the world, Sean Don. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you to WJZZ for having me. Thank you for the platform. I really appreciate it. And I want to go ahead and see if I can get a couple callers in my last few minutes, man. Give me a call, man. We got Scottie Pippen. We got Kyrie Irving. You got Kevin Durant. If you just want to tap in on something, man, just give me a call. Our number is 313-355-6018. 313-355-6018. I really hope KD get it together, man. I don't know what he expected going into Brooklyn. Well, hell, he had Kyrie Irving. But that goes to show you how big of an impact one player has on one team, man. You know? Man, can you imagine Kyrie Irving is actually sitting at home watching this stuff though? And man, shame on Stephen A. Smith, bro. I just don't know why he's going so hard on Kyrie Irving. He said that Kyrie Irving should get $50 million a year, but he should never get a long-term contract again because you can't trust him. Kyrie does take a break when he want to take a break, right? But do you need your point guard to take a break when it's time, whenever they want to take a break? You know what I'm saying? Kyrie, no, KD looks bad right now. I want to see something real quick. Man, that soundbite did it for me, man. He just sounds so disappointed, and he sounds salty, bro, because he was talking about Steph, and that was his teammate, and they won championships together, and you let Draymond Green run you out of it, run you away. I always knew that that something was going to happen out of that, but I was thinking that the franchise was going to make Draymond Green boss down, but they did not. Draymond Green, and you know what? I like Draymond Green, man. I ain't gonna front, man. I like Draymond Green, but Draymond Green ain't doing what he need to do. Listen, man, Kevin Durant is averaging 28.9 points a game, 8 rebounds, and 5 assists. Even at averaging 30 in the Eastern Conference, it's not enough to win games. He's going to have a hard time on the East trying to get out the Eastern Conference, bro. Do KD have it in him? We don't know. I would like to see KD be able to run a team himself. Listen, KD and James Harden should be enough, bro. Yes, we would like to see Kyrie Irving, but James Harden and Kevin Durant should be enough. Kevin Durant is averaging damn near 30 points a game. He almost at a double-double a game, bro. And James Harden is at 20 points a game. I don't know if that's even James Harden's typical average, right? You know what I'm saying? What he usually do. But he had 19, 7, and 8. Listen, man, with him at 19, 7, and 8 and Kevin Durant at 28 points a game average, bro, it's still not enough to win in the East. They need Kyrie Irving, but Kyrie ain't budging. Okay, do I think it's fair? I don't know, man. You know what I'm saying? We all have choice, bro. We all have choice. I am not going to hold that man hostage because he just don't want to take the vaccine. And in the NBA right now, you have the vaccine up to play. So listen, man, thank you for tuning in. Loc Life Sports Radio. It's my second episode. I really had a good time, man. I hope that the information I gave you was beneficial. I hope that you find an opinion. Call next week, man. Hit me up. I would love to have you, man. Everybody have a good night. All right. Rest in peace to Dolph.